Hello, welcome to another video. If you enjoy such content, do subscribe and share. And let's see what we got today.
Thank God for hideous girls, 'cause I don't have to put in work. All I gotta do is smile and they'll have my child. I won't help her raise it.
Jesus, you're a piece of work.
I don't have a Valentine, but do you want to know what I do have? Big boobies. So who's the real winner? It's me. I win.
How exactly is that winning? Of course, you will get some attention, some OnlyFans subscribers. That's it. What are you gonna do? After certain age, they're gonna sag and gonna look ugly and all that shit. Woman, man, their logic is always amazing. Let's move on.
There was no feminists on the Titanic. Then men can die. There's no feminists to this day in Ukraine. The Ukrainian women can leave. You'll see them partying in Warsaw. Ukrainian men can't leave the country. They're dying in a ditch. They have to stay and fight. Not a single feminist is demanding that the women stay and fight. They don't give a fuck when it turns real. Once it turns hot, then it's woohoo, straight to, what do you want, a sandwich? Sure, well, I'll whip you off a sandwich, sir. The closer you are to the real world, the closer people instantly get into their gender roles, because otherwise they get annihilated in real time.
That's true, man. I mean, that's a great example.
I am a white lesbian trapped in a black man's body. I'm 6 months pregnant and I love my husband.
And you should keep making distinctions for yourself if it makes you feel better about your stupid fucking life.
I love cupcakes. I really, really, really love cupcakes.
Do you also love getting diabetes?
Why are you wearing this? Why are you wearing this in public?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Truth is that high value men don't want to date women that are sex workers or even women that are freely available on the internet for other men to see. What we're talking about is biological proclivity. What men are doing when they first say, this sounds amazing to date a stripper or to date a prostitute or to date a sex worker, is there's this instinct to have sex. It's going to be amazing when have sex all the time. But then when they realize that actually a form of wanting to be in a relationship is feeling that there's a mystery to a woman, that there's something that's yours, there's something that's sacred, there's something that's powerful and beautiful that just you share. And when they realize that they have to share that with other men, it completely diminishes the man.
Yeah, no man wants to share their partner. Of course, there are cucks, but those are rare. And knowing how women are, they will take those less than 1% exception and try to make it like that's a normal way of living. That's the kind of dumb delusions women live in. Let me know what you feel.
And Douglas, go ahead and read your vows to your beautiful bride.
Okay. I wrote them down, a little nervous. I'm kidding, it's a joke. It's a joke.
When I talk about red flags in women, I would never even entertain a fat chick. You know, I would never even like kiss a whale. But I would still like rather jerk off than be with like some fucking blimp. It's like lowering your standard where you're just fucking anything. And it just encourages women like that to like not change. The only reason these beasts can get in the comments and talk garbage is because you guys will still fuck them.
And we start dating, and all of a sudden we start having fights. And after we fought, she would always come back a little bit weird. I'm like, huh, interesting. I said, so let me ask you a question. She said, what's that? I said, say we're married. She said, we have a terrible fight. Who are the 5 people you're gonna call? So she gives me the names. I said, okay. I said, you call these 5 people, guess who they're gonna defend? She said, who? I said, you. I said, let me tell you who my 5 are. My dad, Dudley, Bill, and I gave the 5 minutes. I said, if I call these guys, guess who they're defending? You. I said, in order for marriage to work, the 5 people I call when I'm pissed off, they have to defend you. And the 5 people you call, they have to defend who? Me.
Wow.
Which family should have said what? Listen, guys, you guys go make it work. That man works hard. That man's, hey, look at your wife. She cooks. She takes care of the kids.
There are things bigger than this fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, they give you context.
Yes, so that was the one thing. And then she went and got their 5 and said, okay, now I'm comfortable.
Okay, I'm going to give you some point of view from Asian standard because I'm Asian. What this guy said actually fits perfectly. Like, I have my friends who I'm having, and every time we hang out and there's some little bit of dispute between some partner, and most of the time it's jokes and all that stuff, we instantly try to protect the girl because But I don't know, it's not like someone's forcing us to do that. We do it. And similarly, the guy is protected by her sisters or something like that, our mother. They will protect the guy. They're our own family members. Like the guy said, this is not like something forced upon. It happened naturally. And that's how it should be. That's why families stick around over here. Now it makes sense after listening to these guys. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
What's up, man? Yo, what's up? How you doing? Caitlin throwing a party or something? No, I don't think so. Are you her brother? No, I'm her boyfriend. Who are you? I'm her boyfriend. What are you talking about? Where the fuck is Caitlin? Yo, Caitlin. What the fuck is this? Caitlin, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Who the fuck are you? I'm her boyfriend. You're not her fucking... Look, your flowers are fucking dead. What kind of boyfriend are you?
Guys, there's no Caitlin that lives here.
Who are you? Yeah, this is the right house. Yeah, no, this is definitely the right house. 2004. Have you been here before? This is my first time. Yeah, this is my first time too, and this is totally the right address. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the pictures.
Hey guys, can you do this somewhere else?
Fuck you, dude! Yeah, can't you see we're fucking going through something? We just realized our girlfriend's two-timing on us. Can you have some sympathy? Chill. Look, I can't fucking be mad at you. Yeah.
Well, what's in your hand?
What, this?
Yeah, that.
It's food. Why?
Change the plans. You guys can come inside. There's a bunch of girls here, and we all fucking love Viv, so.
I mean, what else are we gonna do at this point? I was gonna fuck Caitlin.
I said fucking come inside and pop a bottle.
Let's fucking go. Alright, is the door unlocked?
Yeah, it always is.
Alright, dude. We'll be right there.
Sex strike.
Okay, so women are expected to have 100% of the responsibility for an unwanted pregnancy. They want us to take hormonal birth control, which can cause blood clot, stroke, death, from the age of like 16, let's say. Or we can use condoms, except that's the man's responsibility, and either they don't know how to use them, which is probably like 80% of the time, or they do use them and they take them off without telling you, which is called stealthing, and that's also not against the law in most places. So basically we're fucked. And for what? 6% of women say they get anything from sex, if you know what I mean. So literally, we're taking 100% of the risk for this activity that brings us mostly nothing. So I say sex strike. I really think sex strike.
She really thought she said something there. Most of the guys she's talking about are basically those Chads and Tyrone who easily get access to sex. So even if she goes on a strike or whatever they're calling it now, he can get someone else. And the average dude would be using protection because he doesn't want that unnecessary burden of child support or something like that. And the easiest option would be to keep your legs closed. Don't give it out to anybody else that easily and you will be sorted. But obviously that's out of the question because they don't have brains. If you have that common sense, just save it for the right guy because they just want to give it away easily nowadays. Let's move on.
So the plan, ladies, is to go on a sex strike now, right? Right?
We aren't fucking you. Masturbation is revolution. It's resistance.
I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but these bitches talking about going on a sex strike and shit. I mean, I get it, but like, speak for your motherfucking self, ho. Cause I'ma get daddy. I'ma get daddy. Period. Speak for yourself, bitch. I ain't going on no motherfucking sex strike.
So there you have it. See, one woman going on strike and there are countless other women who won't and would easily provide that service. So that doesn't make any sense. And they think that this is going to solve anything. No. Men have lost interest in ignoring women. No amount of this is going to help because most average dudes are not even getting any. They think they are only the top 10-20% of guys are sleeping around with those rest of 80% of the women. And they think that all those 10-20% represent all the guys. No, most men don't even have that privilege to have that intercourse. Let me know what you think, man. This is so stupid. Let's move on.
Hooking up with guys. Listen, for so long I said it too. I said, oh, I just want the fun though. No, you don't. You want it all. You want the fun and you want to be treated like a queen. So stop settling for only half the equation. So number one, us women, we hold all the power, all of it. Our cookies are the biggest force in the planet. And men will do anything. They will go crazy to get what they need. You realize we have what they need. They have what we want. We would like some love and a relationship, a ring. So important to realize that you can be treated exactly how you want if you hold your cookie tight. Don't give it up before you've gotten the treatment you are worthy of. Number two, let's say you're like, well, I don't want a relationship right now. That's fine. But what happens is when you just go for the fun and no relationship is you end up building a real connection with someone you don't want a relationship with. So if you don't want a relationship, don't play with your feelings. Don't put your heart out there for someone who you think is gonna be just fun and then you end up catching feelings for someone you have no interest in to take serious. Number three, you really can have it all. You can have the fun and the treatment. You can have it all. If you think you don't want it all, it's because you've probably never had it. Listen, I'm 25, I've never had a boyfriend. I've never had the full package, but I have faith it is out there and I will cross my legs and be patient, and you should too. If us women can come together and end hookup culture, imagine how powerful we'd be. Imagine what this world would become. I'll continue using my platform until all women come together. We cancel skinny jeans, we can cancel hookup culture. Let's freaking go. I love you guys.
So she wants to end the hookup culture and is imagining a world without such practices. Well, she just has to know 2 generations about how life was. That's exactly how it would be. Because women have flooded them out there with easy access to that, so why would men commit? And she made a valid point, close your legs until you find the right guy. Why is that so hard to understand? And this is so crazy. Let's move on.
Bye!
Feel to know that you have a daughter that does an OF.
Okay, she doesn't actually know you're subscribed. What can we say? Okay, just tell her that as long as she's happy.
She's happy. I'm fine.
Dad.
Hey, that's my wife, bro. Don't look.
Why do you care that one guy looked at your wife? You don't seem to care about the thousands of guys looking at her on OnlyFans and Snapchat. Dang, bro, that's not your wife anymore. That's everybody's wife.
Men do not want to lord over women. They don't want to dominate women. They don't want to be knuckle draggers. You know what men want to do? They want to sit on the couch and eat potato chips and be left alone. That's what men, that's the broken, dark
Right, I'm just saying I think everyone would be happier in the short term sitting at home on a couch, which is why I think those studies
No, I don't think so.
of self-reported happiness refers to that type and not
I think women would be happier in the short term playing the girl boss and having all sorts of, color-coded notebooks and pens and stuff. But they would find that they don't actually like it. They don't really want to work at the law firm. They don't really want to be in the widget factory. They would rather do something that is more naturally feminine.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Okay.
Do you want to go on a date and get naughty together?
No, I'm good.
You don't want to? Not at all?
Nope, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to go on a date and get naughty?
No, I'll pass.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is awkward because you rejected me.
Go find someone else.
Okay. Thank you.
Y'all, tell me why this dude told me to meet him at Osaka's at 6. And so, 6:10, I'm like, I'm on my way, but he never texts back. And I get here, he's nowhere to be found. It's 6:50.
You told the man to be there at 6 o'clock. He was there at 6 o'clock. You left your house at 6:10. You didn't get there till 6:50. You're 40 minutes late. He's not there because you're 40 minutes late. You want a man to be there, right? You want a man to be on time, a man to take you seriously. Shorty, if you're not taking him seriously, he's not gonna be there. You think because you are beautiful and you got nice hair and all this type of, you think that that's gonna keep, Shorty, be on time. Good looks is not gonna sit here and help you keep it, man, respectfully. Respectfully.
If you can buy 30K for a car, you can pay 30K for me.
I beg your finest pardon. You said that I should pay 30K for you when the only place you're gonna drive me is crazy? Absolutely not. That's not even delusional. That's dementia because you done lost your damn mind.
One thing I noticed recently is that women, they easily giving out prizes, like that's the prize I will sleep for or whatever it happens. They do not realize that the escort market has taken a huge turn. There are plenty of good-looking women if you want to go that way. So all these women making decisions like, I'm gonna pay late for 10,000, 20,000, whatever that is. A man can easily get that for like 1,000 or something with a better looking woman. And all you need a couple of hours and all that, and you're done. That's just me with me working well.
Dad,
What are you doing with?
with our time apart, finally ready for us to be together.
I'm seeing someone.
That is... Congratulations. So, Josh, you want to just, like, tell me when you're done then?
I don't know, Alice.
We'll just wait till you're done.
Shit's different. I'm not sure I want the same things anymore.
You mean like me?
I didn't need an experiment to know that I loved you. And I'm not an idiot. You're I guess, done with whatever you've been doing with whoever you've been doing, and you think you can come running back to me? No thanks. I'll pass.
That's the kind of attitude a man should have. And surprisingly, it's actually working thanks to such videos and the other men awareness videos we got here, but they're always going to be same, so gonna take back the girl they always wanted. Definitely want to quit. Let's move on.
Brother, what's that?
How long were you engaged?
About 8 months, and then I called the wedding off like a month or a few weeks before our whole paid for wedding.
How 2 weeks before, so everything was planned.
Paid for. He was great, you guys. He was perfect on paper, literally. Like, and I was like, I needed to do this because everyone else is getting married around me. Oh, I better keep up, right? Months go by, we're planning this wedding, right? How am I gonna do this? Like, I'm not being true to myself. Like, this is so unauthentic. Like, what am I gonna do? He also had, yeah.
Mental health issues?
A small.
Lord Jesus.
It's like not that small, but it was like definitely nothing that I'm gonna.
How do you feel saying that information out loud today, that he has a small wiener?
Oh, I love it.
City boy! City boy!
If such videos are not giving you some example of how women are today, I don't know what will. We had everything, a perfect man. We left because we had like average state, I assume, because even average is small for ladies these days. I mean, she already looks like she is very close to the wall, or already past her, I don't know. She looks old to me. But come on, man. I feel bad for the guy because he lost his money. The wedding was already planned and paid for. This is so sad. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
Know my value, I know my worth, and I know my beauty, and that is appreciated by other people because beauty is subjective. My fatness doesn't devalue me.
Why?
So I'm an A. I have been pursued by many men who think I am gorgeous and beautiful. That perception exists whether you have it or not.
Well,
guess what? I'll never be the only one who thinks I'm hot, and I know that bugs the out of you.
But if I have the value judgment of hundreds of millions of people to compare the standard to, and I know that I'm below that threshold and just decide that I'm above that threshold anyway,
I'm not the only
that's not
person who
based
makes
on
that
anything
decision.
objective. You're just making up.
And what societal standards in which country?
I must
In
bug the
every
shit
country
out of
on
you.
planet Earth, she's not an 8. It's ridiculous.
To be fair, also, it's interesting to claim to be so religious and so close to Jesus and be so negative.
To tell the truth?
No, I'm just saying, just to be so
What would
negative.
Jesus do? He'd be like, you're a 10, sweetheart.
The annoying part of women is that they will support any kind of bullshit that comes out of other women's mouth. It doesn't matter if they're facts or fictional or whatever. They will always support thinking that, yeah, that's the right thing to do. And see where the world is now. It's a bullshit. We got all this woke and shit going on. Who's responsible? The women are. They always go on the streets marching for some stupid rights. And then it backfires, they want men to handle it. Like how men are dressing up as women. Now all of a sudden, those men are going in the private places of women, and now they got a problem. Like, yeah, now we can't do that because that's what we can't support. So when it doesn't work in their favor, they want actual men to help them. Always been, always have been. Idiots.
Women are the architects of compassion, strength, and grace. In every role they play, they support each other. Women are pure and have never done anything wrong in their life. There is never a need for them to apologize because they are always correct. Women can never cause pain because they are great and are providers of care and compassion. Let's celebrate the wonderful women who bring light, empathy, and boundless greatness to our lives every day. Men, the figures of malevolence, who all personify the very essence of darkness. The enigmatic antagonist, a creation of the underworld whose actions are driven by a malevolent force, and a twisted psyche that revels in chaos and destruction. Hearts devoid of empathy, and a mind entangled in the web of sinister intent, serving as a stark reminder of the potential for darkness within the human psyche. Its actions, shrouded in the cloak of sexism, challenge the very core of our understanding of morality.
What's something that you've never told her?
I f***ed your ex-boyfriend.
Are
you serious?
What the like this was supposed to be like a fun little interview,
No,
like
this is for real.
but why you do that on an interview though?
No, I don't want to do this anymore. Are you f***ing serious?
These girls do not have any brain or loyalty.
9 out of 10 people know the term misogyny, and maybe 1 out of 10 people know the term misandry. That says all you need to know about our society right now. We're super focused on hating men, and we're not looking at all into any of the problems that women are creating.
I think that it's like that because men don't research things, and men are generally stupider than women are.
We just perform the misandry yourself without even realizing it. How fucking stupid you have to be, and then say men are stupid. She just can't understand the words that are coming out of her own mouth. It's crazy.
One thing about me, I love my little internet boyfriends. You know who they are. They're like the 8 dudes that live in your DMs that you've maybe met once or twice, but they respond to every single story that you post. Excuse me, I'm in line to get a cheeseburger. In and out, I have to move up. And they'll send you heart eye emoji, something really flirty, and you're always just like, back, angel face, smiley face, just heart in the message. I will never date these men. I will never interact with them in person. But just that little flirtatious exchange, it just feeds that little dopamine monster just enough to keep me going. I don't want anything more from them. I don't want anything less. I need them to stay exactly where they are, which is little tiny robots that essentially live in my phone to pay me compliments. Low effort compliments. Their story reactions, I know that. But if they're hitting me up, I go, that one's fire. I bet my real life crush is gonna like that. That one hit different because this guy said, wow, heart eye emoji. And I love it. I'll never get sick of them. I'll keep them forever. Like little tiny presents in my phone.
And then she's gonna wonder where are the good men and all that bullshit. But even after watching this video, those simps in the DMs continued this behavior, they deserve all that cup bullshit that's gonna follow along later on in their life. They deserve that. Those men, I have lost it. Unless they man up and leave such kind of behavior for her and any other woman, they deserve that. I cannot say anything. I mean, there are countless videos like this, other men telling them stop being a simp, but they just don't listen. And this woman just sounds like a fucking villain in a movie. But this is reality, man. Even after watching this, they don't learn the lesson. What more you can expect from them? Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with 22 people in that 10 days. My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning. It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out. But how did I go?
She made it sound like she was doing some kind of sets in the gym, and she's making it sound like she got one more. She can do one more. What kind of bullshit was that? Now some man is going to watch this video. It's gonna be on the internet forever, even if she deletes in her own account. How does she expect that such man is going to marry someone like this? Like, how do they think? Do they have no brains? This is so crazy, man. Let me know what you feel. So crazy.
Well, guys, It's another failed Friday night date. And you know what? Like, I don't even want to come on here and bitch because I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm back in another stage where it's like pretty clear I should just be by myself.
Yeah, you should.
I just go through these phases, like often, where it does not matter how hard I'm trying, like nothing feels right. Nothing feels right. I don't like anyone. Like, I don't like anything about any of the people that I am meeting or talking to or going on dates with. Like, there was probably like one guy in the last like 2 months that I've kind of liked, and I mean, he's just like not in a place to date anybody right now or be in any kind of relationship. And honestly, neither am I, but like, I don't know.
Logical answer would be just don't fucking date, but then again, it's logic. Can't expect that from women. Let's move on.
Can someone please explain to me what it is with these guys trying to date you? Agree that they want to go on a date, they want to go out, they want to get to know you more, and then refuse to actually make a plan to do so. It's not rocket science. I'm a pretty easygoing person. I like food. And I eat cheap because I don't eat a lot. I'm pretty satisfied with like chips and queso. So I'm not following this whole let's agree to go out sometime, but never actually make a plan. Am I missing something? Is it like y'all want to have like a fan club? Just like a club of women that you know are interested in you, but you're just not ever gonna actually go any further than the conversation that's not even actually in person? I'm not following. And I'm honestly getting real tired of it. Literally said the other day to a guy, take me on a date. He said I could do that. We tried to go out or agree on one night. That night, he ended up not feeling well. And then he said that he was free the day after the next and missing in action. Ask him, hey, you want to set something up for this week? No response.
So can you cook?
Yes, I can cook, I can clean.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United States, all they do
Oh my God.
is
A lot of the passport bros will be like, women only want you for your money. And then they go get their 90-day fiance on, and she's clearly just with you for your money.
Where you, if I'm working all day, sorry, I maybe don't want to come home and cook for 2 hours to feed you when you get home.
Even when I'm not working all day, I don't want to be home cooking for 2 hours.
It's men that talk like this, that act like this, who hate black women. To be fair, he's also just comparing American women. Well, he didn't go to Africa. He went to Thailand. But he said American.
He could have gone to Jamaica too.
It's not like he went to a European country.
Yeah, but you're not ending up in Thailand. You're choosing Thailand.
It's not even about the woman. It's just cheaper in Thailand. You can't get no in America because the eggs is $10.
Unfortunately, we have to attach that to
no,
race.
but
To be fair, though, he was ugly.
Sir, you are not fine. No, he's not.
I don't think these ladies should be talking about others' looks. Like, come on. They barely survive on that scale. Like, I won't even give them one. But that's about me. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
I swear to God, I would have boyfriends and never post them once. I will hide you till the day I die because I didn't want to share that I had a boyfriend because I like wanted to still like see if there was other options out there for me. I know this is like toxic and horrible to say. Everyone, keep on moving on.
Isn't that like every OnlyFans and Instagram model these days? All their model pages or influencer pages should be just about them, never about their partners. If they like their partners, of course they will share, but they know doing that will reduce their followers and all that stuff, and they always be looking for the hot guys DM. So always open to the options.
Well, I'm so tired. Yes. You know what? All right, bet. We're done. We're done. I swear. You're so ungrateful.
You're so ungrateful. I'm taking all this stuff back.
Just do better. Just do
No,
better.
I'm taking all this stuff
I
back.
need to be treated like a queen.
I'll go get this to another female. I'll take all this stuff back. Just leave it.
Honestly, the amount of white dudes with Thai women that are waiting to board international flights, it's an absurdity. It is crazy. Like, half of the couples in this airport right now are beautiful Thai women with super basic white dudes.
Nobody wants you, so she's just jealous. That's all this woman do. All the TikTok and Instagram are filled with trying to make other women single if they're in a happy relationship. So I would not take advice from these periods. If you're a woman watching this, which I doubt, but there's that. That's my one.
Got set up. Here's what the evidence suggests happened. Mel Tucker was interested in Brenda Tracy. Brenda Tracy was interested in Mel Tucker. They engaged in a consensual, private relationship. This idea that they were somehow in a work relationship is not true. She was a vendor. She spoke one time. As soon as Mel Tucker tried to cut this thing off, she went public in an effort to get him fired. She was vindictive. She was a woman scorned. That's what the data reflects, in my opinion. Are you telling me that Michigan State is within their rights to terminate an $80 million contract because he engaged in consensual phone sex? I think it's a bad precedent. The idea being that you're going to investigate every private relationship that your coach is engaged in, and if somebody decides retroactively they didn't like a phone call, that you're going to terminate an $80 million contract as a result? This is a joke.
You are going to get your boxers in a bunch over what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. Males are not funny. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever legitimately laughed at something that a male has said. I think it's cute. I think it's adorable when you try to make me laugh, but come on, bro. You're wearing gray sweatpants. Do you really think I'm listening to the words coming out of your mouth?
Have any celebs ever slid in your DM before?
Mm-hmm, all the time.
Well, are they like athletes,
Oh,
rappers?
yeah, both. I had NFL players, basketball players, even older basketball players, NBA players, rappers.
Okay.
A lot of people, actually.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I was friends with this woman for 15 plus years. I trusted her until one night she asked me to come to a comedy show that she was working. And I did, to come and support her. She's not a comedian, by the way. She's a talent producer who works behind the scenes. So she's working for OnlyFans as a producer, and they were doing a special comedy show. After I went to the show to support her, I said goodbye to her and went to leave. And Jeff Dye, who is a very popular comedian now, he and I actually exchanged social medias. So the next morning, I wake up super early. I was excited about Jeff Dye, so I DM him, and we're just like very innocently like flirting back and forth. Nothing crazy, but flirting. My friend, who I lived with at the time, wakes up much later. So by the time she wakes up, she texts me, "Hey, thanks so much for coming last night. Hope you had a good time." I respond, "Oh my God, I had so much fun. By the way, Jeff is so cute." And obviously she doesn't know that he and I are talking yet. Do you know what she responds? She says, "Oh my God, you'll never believe this, but like Jeff Dye came up to me after the show." By the way, I have paper trails for everything. He came up to me after the show, he says, and like it was so cute. He like came up to me and asked me out on a date. So we're going to get sushi this weekend. So of course, as her friend, I believe her. And I'm like, oh, this asshole, he's been like hitting on me and my roommate. So I go back to him immediately and I'm like, "Hey Jeff, like it was so nice getting to know you, but like my roommate just told me you're going out on a date with her this weekend, so I'm gonna gracefully back away." And he's like, "Who's your roommate?" And then I say her name and I show him her Instagram and he's like, She and I said like 3 words to each other the entire night professionally before I went on stage. I am definitely not taking your roommate out on a date. She's lying to you. And I was like, this is weird. Why would she lie to me? So then I'm like, you know what? Let me just see how long on like she goes with this lie. Like, let's see what happens. So awkward. So now cut to the weekend, right? The weekend where she's supposed to go on a sushi date with him. She's like getting ready for her date, whatever. And like one of her girlfriends shows up at the house. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were going on a date with Jeff. And she's like, oh yeah, we're making it a family affair. And I was like, oh, okay, weird. So then I DM Jeff and I'm like, oh, I heard you're going on that sushi date tonight. And he's like, oh my God, like she's still going with it. And I'm like, yep. So she's blatantly lying to me, right? She made up this whole thing, blatantly lying to me again, right? So now at this point, I'm like, wow, I'm living with this person that I cannot trust. I'm heartbroken because now I know this person is manipulating me over a guy. But I'm like, you know what? For my own selfish reasons, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not working full time. I'm going to school. I just found out my father is dying at this time. And I was just not in the position to leave the house. And this is me being very vulnerable, actually telling you that. That is why I did not confront her about it. So now she leaves for 3 months to Utah because she was working on a show. So I was back at her house watching her dog. Time goes by, I kind of forget about it. I sweep it under the rug. She comes back from Utah and like we're having dinner that night for the first time since she's been back. And like randomly out of nowhere, she goes, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, like Jeff came to visit me in Utah twice. And I'm like, this girl is still fucking going with this lie. Like I haven't even mentioned it or asked about it. Like she's trying to make me jealous or I don't know what she's trying to do at this point. But now I'm like, she's a pathological fucking liar. And of course I DM Jeff because we've been laughing about it this entire time. And I'm like, hey, no, it's been a while, but you know, my roommate just told me you went to go visit her in Utah 2 times. And he's like, you need to get out of that house. There's something seriously wrong with that woman. Like, get out. And like, this has been like a running joke for so long at this point because every time she'd say she'd go on a date with him, like Jeff would send me a picture from like where he was and he'd be like, yeah, clearly not on a date with your roommate friend. Fast forward another month, I'm washing dishes in the kitchen and she comes up to me and she's like, hey, I'm thinking about selling the house, so you might want to like think about another place to live, like just letting you know. And I'm like, that's fucking weird and random of her to say. And anyone who's selling their home, like naturally it takes a long time for it to happen anyway. So I'm like, all right, I have some time, but still weird. Another thing she didn't know is one of my friends is best friends with Jeff. So she invited me, ironically that week that she tells me that she wants me to move out, to a comedy show of Jeff's. I hadn't seen him since the last show I was at with my friend. So I go, he and I talk after the show. He's like, by the way, 2 days ago, I finally DM'd your roommate and confronted her and was like, hey, can you stop telling people that we're dating? He shows me the conversation. She denies it all. And she's like, that's impossible. I've been in Utah the last 3 months. And he's like, yeah, supposedly I went to visit you in Utah. She stops responding. By the way, he did not mention my name at all in the conversation. But now she's like, oh, Carrie's the only one I've been lying to about this. So she must know. She must have known this whole time that I was lying to her. And now it clicks because I'm like, he sent her that message 2 days ago. The same day she told me she wanted me to move out all of a sudden because she was moving. This woman now knew that I knew she was lying this whole time and probably felt uncomfortable in her own home. And sure enough, the next day or so, she got more aggressive with me, telling me she needed me to be out by the end of the month. I was like, my dad is dying. I'm not working. How could you do this to me? She's like, not my problem. Not my problem. By the way, still did not mention to her that I knew, even though she knew deep down. Didn't say it to her yet. And I was like, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I hire movers. She hides in her room the entire time they're there. My plan was to like drop a bomb on her before I left, being like, yo, I knew about Jeff the entire time. You're a horrible fucking friend. Like, que sera, sera. But she didn't come out of her room. So once the movers were packing up, I wrote her a letter. Here's the letter. Feel free to screenshot this and really read it. It's kind of long. But I still at the end said, best of luck to you, because that's the kind of person I am. I left this note for her, and I hope she read it. And if she didn't, I hope she sees this now and she can read it. And then I sent this picture to her phone before I blocked her. This is me and Jeff the night that I read the conversation and found out before she kicked me out of her house. Yeah. And by the way, shout out to Jeff Dye for being super cool throughout all of that and like kind of having my back. Go see his shows because he's fucking awesome. But hey.
And I was too long, like, I was expecting it to just be short, but damn. Anyway, all I could say that both of them are bad. She should have just told her that she was lying and she knew it. It could have saved that friendship, but we all know women love drama and then it backfires. Now they are both without a friend, without a support, and all that bullshit, man. Why do they do that to themselves? Just be frank and be honest.
What are you looking for a man to provide to you?
Money. I don't do men. Money, sweetie. I want you to provide money for me so I don't gotta work.
Does that mean that he has to pay for your hair and your nails?
Yes, exactly. He has to pay for everything. Everything that I want, he has to provide for.
At what point in the relationship?
Immediately.
If I was your man, what would I need to pay for in a relationship?
Well, hopefully, like, our outings, our dates. Not much, I guess.
So if we're boyfriend, girlfriend, all I need to cover as a man is dates and presents.
What else?
I wouldn't need to cover your hair.
No.
Nails.
Nails is not a must. That's on me. That's my duties. It's like me paying for your haircuts. That's your duties.
But a woman isn't expected to provide like a man is to the woman.
Right. But no, I wouldn't ask for that. It would be nice if they offered it, but I wouldn't ask for it.
And what do you give the man back in return?
Everything.
What does he get in return for that?
He gets me because I'm beautiful. Me to come home to. That's with all of us. He better be lucky to consider himself to come home with any of us.
What are you dressed up as for Halloween?
I'm a clown.
Well, she's a clown, right? Man, of course. It's sad how society has become because that's their expectations while giving nothing in return.
Would you give up your right to vote if it meant you got drafted into the army?
Yes.
Why is it more socially acceptable for women to hate men than it is for men to hate women?
Because men are the devil.
Because men are trash.
If men are more valued in society than women, why would they be the first ones sacrificed in war?
Because they think they're more valued. They're being paid for more for everything, so you put your ass online.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why are the men of today expected to pay for the sins of the men of the past?
Because they still keep making the same mistakes.
So is feminism about revenge?
No, feminism is about our right to be, allowed.
I think it's a base level of equality that we're trying to reach over here, and as long as we can get to that, then I think we're chilling, but we got a long way to go. Yeah. Wage gaps and shit, absolutely whack.
Stupid.
I might be broke as hell tomorrow, but that's alright, because I'm that bitch today.
What's up, bitch? I miss your beautiful ass face. I'm like, man, I'm like breaking her like crazy. I need a facial. Not like that, don't be gross. You're fucking disgusting. Anyway, so I posted a picture and he hasn't liked it yet. So I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Anyway.
Don't think that the court system cares anything about your relationship with your child. Fortunately, a lot of men come in and they say, I want the judge to know exactly what she's been doing, how she's been treating me, how she treats the kids. And I kind of say, wait a minute, it's rare you find a judge who gives a shit. Okay, it's rare. They don't care. They care about moving cases off their docket. They want their docket to stay clean. So I want them to understand that. You can fight for your day in court. You can get in there. You can have a great case. You can have great evidence. And you can still lose because this judge doesn't care. The judge might be friends with opposing counsel. The law firm may have contributed to the campaign of the judge. There are so many factors that are involved in justice that have nothing to do with justice. You know, it's crazy. We have these big books and they have all these laws in there and there's pages and pages of laws. You know, the judge must XYZ. Then they end it with, or whatever the judge thinks is in the child's best interest, okay? Which kills you on appeal, essentially.
Yeah, your life's biggest decision is made by someone else on their feeling. Because laws are slow. Think of the past. They need to make new ones, but unlike women, we men don't go on the streets because if we do, the entire world will start functioning the way it is, and maybe we are the problems. The men tend to not do that and focus on what, but which is what it has led to. Women always march on street. Most of them don't have jobs, so they can easily do that. Us men, we have to walk around. That's the downfall, because our voices are not heard. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
So I've been hearing all these little boys say you can't be a snack if you've got stretch marks. First of all, Dylan, I'm not a snack. I'm the fucking entree. And second, any real man knows that the meat's not ready unless it's got grill marks.
How do we even know that this is a girl, by the way, Barbie?
That's a very good point.
Is she identifying as a woman or not?
And this is
Or is she identifying as gender fluid, in which case
Oh
she
my
might be,
goodness
on this
me.
particular day,
Oh my goodness
a
me.
man. She
Good
might
point,
be
good point.
identifying as a man.
And this-
actually, I'm offended on his behalf that you may not have realised Barbie is now gender fluid, and actually, despite looking like a girl, actually is a man today. So actually, you've caused me grave offence.
And this is the point,
Apologies to all
Piers,
the
this is the
gender fluid
point,
kids
is that
out there.
feminists have got so much more to worry about.
They haven't. Honestly, they haven't.
It's hard to believe I'm walking through the ruins of the first ever city, because I'm not. That's in Iraq, which is miles away.
How to dress to attract a man, a tutorial. Rule number 1, make sure your hair is always long and lustrous and never put up. Rule number 2, make sure to show a little skin, especially those stems, ladies. Rule number 3, footwear should be dainty and delicate. Rule number 4, show off that waist at all times. Rule number 5, always have a pleasant expression on your face. I promise you will attract a man.
A lot of women should do that for real. Like, they're acting like, walking like hookers.
So I'm child-free by choice, and everyone always says, like, what's your purpose? If you don't have kids, what's your purpose? My purpose is getting my nails done, going shopping, treating myself. Look at this new bag I just got from Goyard. Stunning. This new sweatsuit I got from Aloe. And being sober, traveling, I don't know, taking naps. Have you ever taken a nap? It's like the funnest thing ever. It's so nice. I enjoy naps a lot. So don't say I don't have purpose just because I don't have kids. How dare you?
I'm sure not everyone is asking her that what's her purpose. She probably getting that in our comment section. Of course, she can hide all that by just keeping her profile private or doing the famous people. Well, of course, these are women. They need attention. And that's why they're gonna constantly make such videos to get engagement on their social media, because other than that, nobody wants them. Nobody wants to listen to this bullshit. Nobody's interested. So that's why they're gonna stick with this bullshit about child be by choice and everything. It's not by choice, it's because she didn't get any. She had no options. That's the real reason. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
Here's a question for the passport bros. Are you guys just full on no women from the West at all anymore, ever? Or are you open to a certain type of unicorn woman of the West that you believe doesn't exist, but she does? And what would those qualities be? Comment below, the ladies want to know, because there are a lot of us women out there who are in good shape, we're older, we cook, we can maintain a home, we could be a total partner in a team. We are not going to extort any money from you. We just want partnership, companionship, relationship, friendship, respect, mutual, good physical life. And so, I don't know, I think a lot of people are going the passport route when love can be right in their backyard.
What she's saying makes sense, but again, it's a woman saying, so most of the time, 90% of the time, it's fake. Everyone knows women fake their personality until they get married, then they show their true colors. Similarly, this is also one of this. And she already looks like she's past the wall, so you're probably not gonna get some legacy from her. And the important thing is the laws. Regardless of what they think or what they say, the laws are not gonna change. So she might see now that she wants all that companionship and all that shit. But later on, when you get married or something like that, of course, she's gonna move on. She's gonna get all the money and stuff. All that thing she said about not needing money, all that goes out of the window. She will get every cent from you. And that's every woman. Just don't take the risk. Why would you do that? You have to be an idiot to marry a Western woman nowadays. Just stay single and enjoy life with your friends. It's more entertaining that way. And hell, I don't want to say this, but even thanks to OnlyFans, escort service has become cheaper. That just may let me know what you feel.
You know what it is? My number one thing? Somebody asked, do you guys know why you're single? And I'll speak for myself. I know exactly why I'm single, because I've never dated a guy that God would have approved for me. Not to say, let me clarify and say that I've actually only dated great men. I have a great picker. I've only dated really wonderful guys, good people to their core, obviously not perfect and clearly not from me because we would be together if that was the case, but like good people, but never somebody who's further along in their faith than I am.
Yeah.
And I know without a shadow of a doubt that the person God has for me is like so far along in their faith than I am. And I have such a desire, like a yearning to be led spiritually. I just want to sit and look up at a man talking to me about theology. And I'll be so happy. You know what I mean? And so there's always been, unfortunately, not in like an insulting way, but there's a level of respect that I'll have for the person that I'm with when that's the case. And I've never experienced that.
Okay, we heard that she wants a good man with a faith and all that, but we all know that's not gonna happen. Even with all that thing about a guy wanting a good faith or something like that, she's gonna go for a good living child. It's obvious. It's obvious. A DM should be filled with all those guys. You're obviously gonna get influenced by it. It's a good thing if she sticks with her point, but let's live in reality, man. We like to live in reality. We can see what a woman wants just by looking at the face. Everyone who's doing high maintenance stuff on their body is not gonna look for a low income guy, but average good guy. They want chads, and chads are me. Let me know what you feel. I may be wrong, but let's move on.
Somebody literally said this, and I can't stop thinking about it. But apparently there's this method that men use. Apparently they put in 100% into someone at the beginning, and you're like, this is the best guy in the world. Like, I love him so good. He's putting in absolutely everything for me, putting in 100%. Once you're comfortable and once they know that they've got you wrapped around their finger, they put in 95%, but you don't notice because that 5% that they decreased isn't much of a difference. And they put in like 70, 75, and you say something, you're like, is something wrong? Say something. I need to put this hand away. And you say something and you're like, is something wrong? Like, what's up? You seem different, you seem off. They're like, oh, no, nothing's off. So then they bump it up back to 75%. Anyway, the moral of this is that they can bump it all the way down to, they can put in like nothing by the end of it, and you would be so happy with 5%. They know that it's like push-pull. They're like, they give you it and then they take it away, and they give you a little bit more so you're happy, and then they take it away. But every time they take it away, they're taking like more and more and more. So by the end of it, you're like just grateful at the fact that he's giving you 5% of his effort because it's better than nothing. Stay away from anyone who does that.
I'm pretty sure it's more about woman mentality. Like, no matter how much we give them, it's never gonna enough. Like, the dude give you 100%, she might think the 100 is a normal. So next time she's expecting more than 100, which is normal for that guy. So she's expecting like, give me 120%. And instead she's thinking that he's not giving 40, he's giving 80%. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the kind of mentality women work on. And a guy giving 100% is that, of course, he wants to get you. And once he gets you, he's thinking about the relationship's future, I think. It's gonna work harder so that he's gonna provide better life and something like that. That's why men divide more time for work so that their family can prosper or something like that. But women just wants unnecessary bullshit arguments all the time, and that's how all this breakup and stuff happen. They have no logical sense of why things happen. It's so simple, yet it's so hard for them to understand that men have to provide, so they have to work. And to work, you need to spend more hours, more time. Not everyone has $1 million business. People have to start from scratch. But they're not understand the simple parts. That's about me. Let me know what you feel. Let's move on.
It's day one in London, and I'm going shopping for a husband.
So if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. I like tall, I like funny, I like kind. Thank you.
They openly say this stuff, man. Let's go looking for a man in whatever the shop they come up with every week. I don't know. I can't keep up with those names. So they just post it like stalking men and all that shit. And imagine a man doing that. He would be cancer, he would be jobless.
Unfortunately, I truly believe I think I got the last good man on the planet. But I think what you should do is you can have many boyfriends. So you should have at least 5. And while you're going out with each of these 5 boyfriends, get to know their friends. And from their friends, if one of them is better than that boyfriend, then upgrade and use that boyfriend as the new boyfriend. And just keep rotating them until you want to stop, until you find a husband. That would be my advice.
So apparently she got a good last man, but apparently that man got a hoe as a wife. This is the advice modern women give. Have multiple guys, and then the friends of those guys. So apparently ruining friendship of men in that process. Man, this is the kind of bullshit, man. That's it for today, man. I cannot continue with this shit. Let me know what you feel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.